Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Sorry about the messy hair. You know, bad hair don't care kind of days. Anyways, I want to make a quick video about starting up a business in King George, Virginia. So every little city within Virginia might be a little different. So make sure you go to your commissioner, there was the Commissioner of Revenue office, and talk to them about a potential business. And I'm working on opening a transportation business. My family and I recently acquired a 8 to 9 passenger van, um, and we want to put it to work. So the first step to do that here in King George is go to the SCC, uh, online, which is the State Corporations Commissioning.com, and that's where you build your LLC. So I'm gonna do this step by step for anyone who wants to build a transportation business or any kind of other business. So that way you can follow me on my journey. There's a picture of me and my wife when we got married. But anyways, in case you were wondering, that's what it is. And yeah, so I'm gonna go step by step. So right now I'm in the process of I acquired my name, which is gonna be KG Transportation LLC. All right, sorry about that. And the second step is gonna be to complete the home occupation permit package or zoning permit with community development. So this is just another application so they can know what kind of business I'm conducting from my house, from my private residence. And pretty much all I'm doing here is housing the vehicle. I have cleaning supplies that will be stored in the basement or in the garage. So, but they ask you stuff like that. They'll ask you, do you have an office for your business? So I will be having an office downstairs, a little desk, and basic stuff, filing cabinet, um, and that's it. And then the third step is gonna be to uh, go back, complete the King George business license information sheet, which is the sheet that they give me or they gave me at the commissioner's revenue office. Um, Sorry, I'm trying to do a lot of things at once. Um, so so yeah, so if you want to start a transportation business, obviously you want to make sure you have a vehicle. Make sure you get some business insurance. I've already looked up. I've already looked up of how much it's gonna cost me for a cell phone, and what else? Business insurance, obviously your automotive insurance, and what I'm gonna be doing is leasing my 9 passenger transit van to the my company. So I'm gonna do a month per month rental pretty much, and I will not be using it for personal travel. Um, However, the contract that I write up that me and my wife are gonna sign is gonna say that upon request I will be able to use it for personal travel, depending on or for personal use, if that makes any sense. So there will be little clauses within the contract that I will sign as the owner of the vehicle, and I will also sign as the member of the LLC. So make sure you guys if you guys have any questions about that, please let me know in the comments. But it's pretty straightforward. Um, what else? I'm also having an appointment with H&R Block just to make sure I have all my ducks in a row as far as future taxes and payrolls, how to pay myself. Um, Pretty much, my LLC is going to be transporting people, kind of like the taxi service. I've contacted the local hotels in the area, and none of them have shuttle services. So hopefully, we can start a partnership with a couple of the hotels in the area. Um, and what else? I'll be going to a couple big businesses here that might be able to use some transportation services. But other than that, man, I mean, I'll let you guys know how the application, how to fill out the application. It's pretty simple, self-explanatory. Um, yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm here. I'm starting a business pretty much by myself. I don't have any guidance. I don't have any mentors. I was just talking to my wife about that earlier. Like, I don't know anybody that is doing what I'm trying to do. I don't really have any friends here. I have a lot of people who have kids that are that became friends. But as far as people that can really help me, starting this business, I don't really have anybody. So I'm doing it all by myself. So learn from my mistakes. I always tell my kids, they're young kids, and I have a 13-year-old, but I tell them, a wise man learns from his mistakes, but an even wiser man learns from other people's mistakes. And that saying kind of stayed with me for a while. So, I mean, if you're trying to build a business, start a business up, follow me on Facebook. I'm sorry, not Facebook, on YouTube. Eventually, I'll be doing our own Facebook page for the transportation business. Once I pay the fine, or once I pay the fee, the fine, the fees. I'm just trying to get all my ducks in a row before I actually pay for the LLC. It's $100. It's not gonna break the bank, but it's $100 you don't need to pay right now. Make sure you get your allocations in order. By allocations, I mean all your expenses. So, like I mentioned earlier, how much is auto insurance gonna cost you? How much is business insurance gonna cost you? In case somebody gets hurt, how much is like I mentioned, a cell phone? It's gonna be $100 a month for a specific cell phone, just for that number. Um, and then advertisement is pretty much the biggest thing, and learning how to charge, and not just learning how to charge, but how to collect, money. I know that 250 a mile is average for a taxi, but since I'll be having a little bigger vehicle, maybe $3 a mile might be, So I did the math, and the nearest airport, I kind of want to do just kind of airport runs, and the nearest airport is Richmond, and that's about 55 miles. So 55 times 2.5, which is, the 250 that I mentioned per mile, is about 147 or 100, something like that. It's almost $150 or 137. It's almost $150. So if I just charge $150 a run, that's a lot. But if it's a couple people, then and if I do my the amount that I need to stay afloat in this business will be to do about 3 to 4 runs to help me pay for leasing the van to my LLC. Will help pay for the insurance and will help pay for the cell phone. So if I could just do more than 4 runs to the airport a month, everything else is profit. And that's not even including how much I'm going to pay myself. And I'll get into all that once time, when that time comes. But I mean, if I'm missing something, guys, if you have a business already and you're trying to, help me, please help me with any things that I haven't seen. The car has some mileage on it, but it's gonna be perfect for this transportation business. And there's not a taxi business or some kind of transportation business here in the city where I live. I don't really want to do local runs like taking people to Walmart and stuff. I might have to charge a little more, like a set, pickup fee of like $10 and $3, just to make sure it's affordable. It's convenient for me, for the business, because I'll just be wasting gas. I'm really just trying to focus more on runs to the airport. And I've also been looking at getting I guess it's called 5-point seatbelts for kids. So I might be picking up kids, high school, middle school, and just taking them to school for a flat rate. That might be my biggest income right there. Because I mean, there's a lot of kids that take the bus, but sometimes the bus isn't always the safest, and some parents just, it takes long. My daughter, I think she's in a bus for an hour to an hour and 30 minutes, depending on traffic and everything. Like, that's a long time. She gets out of school at 2:30 and doesn't get home until like almost 4 o'clock. So that's ridiculous. That's so ridiculous for me. Some parents might be okay paying $45 uh, a week just to get their kids picked up and dropped off. And per kid, that would be what, say you have 8 passengers. So let's say 40. Man, I can't do math right now. 45 times 9 will be 45. Uh, 13, 14. It's like $150 a week for 8 passengers. Times 4, it's $600 a month, and that's just kids. That's just 8 kids. That's not including that's just like a set of eighth graders or a set of middle school. So if you include high school, middle school, and elementary, you times what 300 times 4. That's $1,200 right there. So I mean that's good money. Um, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. If I'm missing anything, please let me know. I think I got a good system down, and little by little, I'll be chopping away, and I'll be getting there. Thank you guys for continuing to follow me. I just noticed that my numbers of subscribers went up like 5 in the last couple of days, and I mean, I'm not really posting much because I don't got much stuff going on right now. But right now, I'm starting a new venture, and opening the business is really what I'm looking forward to, and hopefully it works out. Thank you guys.